Hey guys, we're here at Water Street Music Hall with Vanity Strikes. Can you guys just say your name and tell them what you contribute to the band?
I'm Rob, I play bass, and I'm very good looking.
I'm Danny, I yell at people.
I'm Kevin, I play lead guitar, and I write basically almost half the music.
And I'm Brandon, I play the rhythm guitar and occasionally the trumpet.
Cool. How did you guys get to this band?
Kevin?
Oh man, I was in maybe 7th grade, and me and my friend Scott wanted to start a band. So, basically, I told him to go home, come up with a bunch of names and stuff, and I did the same. So I had this whole list of like really crappy names. Some of them were like Majority Kills and awful names like that. But there was one that stuck out to me because it kind of speaks to me as a teenage, adolescent child. Because Vanity Strikes is almost like, well, basically there was a lot of popular girls in middle school, and I was kind of irritated with them. So, you know, it kind of goes back to that, just vanity within people, and it just annoys me sometimes. So
Yeah.
That's my long, annoying story.
So, what is it like opening up for such a well-known band like Weekend is Only and this band?
We're playing with Weekend as well.
Oh, dang. I thought we were headlining tonight.
It's pretty cool. We opened up for Asking Alexandria a month ago. That was really awesome. I think we're at a point now where we're a little bit more used to it. Not fully, because we don't normally play, shows to 5 to 800 people. Those are usually like CD release shows. But it's cool. It's fun to be a part of something that's really professional and tons of good music to play tonight. It's cool.
Motivates you a lot, definitely. Yeah. So when you see what you have the potential to become, it just makes you want to work that much harder at writing, performing, just perfecting your craft in every single way.
So, what bands do you guys say you're most like musically and lyrically?
Avenged, Sevenfold, and Memphis Maybe are probably like a nice mix of the two.
Yeah, if they had sex together and produced a child, that would be us.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of sex.
We got a lot of solos, we got like screaming and singing, like rhythmic-y breakdown parts, kind of like that. But we still have like the catchy choruses and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a good mix.
So, who inspired you guys individually to start making music?
Me personally, I was in 6th grade, and my friend, who was a phenomenal drummer at the age of 12, and was like front center snare for the Empire State marching band, which is huge. He did a thing for a talent show where he just played drums, and I was like, I've got to do that. Like, that is so cool. So that was the first instrument that I actually played. I just kept moving on until Kevin came along and they needed a vocalist, and I was like, well, I know kind of how to sing. I was terrible, but eventually I learned it. So it was that kid who really like started me in music. My parents too, as I grew up, were a big inspiration because every time we were in car rides or anything like that, they were always listening to classic rock, all the old music that like really shaped the generation. So a lot of that too was a big part of wanting to be in music.
For me, going to my first show ever and seeing Shameless Fall and guitar play, that made me really want to get into playing live and stuff. So I picked up a bass from there. I stole my buddies, and now I'm here. So imagine that.
Yeah, for me, playing off of what Danny said, my family was definitely a huge influence for me getting into music. My grandfather was a guitarist, my dad, my uncle, all guitarists. So I was raised on classic rock, even jazz type stuff. And I played the trumpet all throughout elementary, all the way through high school even, which I continue now. So that kind of thing really fueled my love for music as an entity. And then when I started getting to, when I had my first favorite bands in middle school, like Fall Out Boy, Avenged Sevenfold, groups like that, it made me really take a direction with it.
For me, my uncle Chris is actually the one that got me like hardcore into music. I always liked music. I liked like pop punk and stuff like that when I was growing up. But my uncle, he really showed me a lot of stuff. He even showed me how to use like Pro Tools and how to play a keyboard, how to taught me certain scales, stuff like that. And then from there, I just kind of ran with it. But I can thank him a lot for what I know now.
So, now that we're on the topic of being kids growing up, who was your favorite band as a kid?
Still is.
I think that's what we're all
Yeah,
gonna say.
that probably applies to all of us.
Yeah. Although for me it was more towards
You were more breaking.
Yeah, I grew up. I would say that like one of my favorite bands when I was younger might have actually been Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
With a little bit of like Green Day and Fall Out Boy, but Red Hot Chili Peppers was big. They were big musicians.
Now, as a kid in school, were you the bad kid or the good kid?
I've never done a bad thing in school in my life. I was a win.
How's the average kid?
I was definitely the star student nerdy kid. Still am a nerdy kid. I was always the try hard in the classroom, if you will. That was my role.
I was always the quiet kid that no one wanted to talk to because they were afraid I was going to stab them. And in reality, I'm actually probably one of the nicest people they will meet.
Now, if you had the chance to go back to school, would you? And what would be the reason to go back?
Yes, I'm planning on. I'm going to med school now. Be a doctor. Yeah.
I don't know, in high school I was always like overlooked because I was a little bigger of a boy. And now if I could go back, I would just be like that badass kid and like celebrate and shit.
I wouldn't go back. I have no purpose there.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Either, honestly.
Now, the last question. If you could bring one thing back from the past, once you could, you couldn't take it with you forever.
Well, I had a dog pass away yesterday, so she'd be cool to have around right now.
I was gonna say my parents' marriage.
Solid one.
Oh man. Kevin, you got anything?
Not at the moment.
Well, I have an answer, but it's already happened. Dragon Ball Z, which is Dragon Ball Super now. That is my shit. Still, I don't care if I was 12 then, or 30 in the future. If they're still making it, I'm still watching it.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks.